of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Pierre Governor Basketball is brought to you in part by Dairy Queen, Todd's Electric, Shane's Pharmacy, Avera St. Mary's, and Bank West. And by Billion Auto, Edward Jones Financial, Gales Gas, Ferding Electric, Gateway Ford Lincoln and Toyota, and Midwest Co-op. Governor Sports also a service of Fisher Rounds, First Dakota National Bank, Lamb Motors, All Around Graphics, and Faith Lutheran Church. And by Missouri River Dentistry, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Papa Murphy's, Kruger Contracting, and Wagner Auto. And now for the call of the game, here's the voice of the Governors, John Winkler.
And a good evening as we welcome you here to Riggs High School as we are here for the final game, a home game for the Pierre Governors as they take on the Jefferson Cavaliers. Good evening, John Winkler here alongside Nathan Nas as we welcome you in. And Nathan, this should be a good one between two good teams and two teams that are relatively young. We celebrate the seniors tonight, but for both teams, not a whole lot of seniors on either side, and it should be a good one that also should be a good one in a year to come too.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams, looking at the rosters here, both teams only with two seniors on the rosters. Pretty comparable records-wise coming down to the end of the season here. Big win for either team and whoever picks it up tonight.
The Pierre Governors last played on Friday when they picked up a win against the Watertown Arrows in a solid matchup. And, of course, Lincoln Keenels jumped over that 1,000-point mark on that Friday win. And for Keenels and for the rest of this Governor team, there wasn't really much talk about him getting 1,000 points because he needed 50 going into Brookings, and he got 55 points in 2 games. You don't see that very often, even though he's obviously capable of doing it. But it was kind of a nice, and for the Governors, probably nice to get that out of the way, for Keenel especially, get that out of the way and focus on the rest of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great accomplishment for him, and he's the type of kid that I'm sure people told him how many points away from 1,000 he was, but as long as the team came in with the W, I think he would have been happy scoring 0 compared to getting to that 1,000-point mark and taking a loss. Just the type of kid that he is.
This Jefferson team comes in at 10-8. They are number 8 in the AA standings. They finished with Pierre and Aberdeen Central to close out the season. They are coming in with 2 straight losses to Sioux Falls Lincoln and Sioux Falls Washington. And Nathan, this is a team that is right around that 500 mark. It would be a big win for the Governors in terms of seed points. You get those 47 points because you're kind of hanging around right now where you have that opportunity to maybe jump up to maybe 9th place. If you get a win here, maybe Jefferson falls back a little bit and all of a sudden things can really shift at the end of the season. But for Pierre, you got to go out and win this game because Roosevelt's going to be as tough as it gets, and if you want to move up at all, you got to find a way to get a win tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know the coaches, I'm sure they know what's at stake, and the boys know what's at stake. But at the end of the day, when you're talking to them at practice and whatnot leading up to this one, you never want to earmark it to the kids as a must-win game because they understand the ramifications. You just talk to them about going out, having fun, playing hard, and taking care of what we can. And if we do those things, then we should be liking the scoreboard at the end of the night.
Pierre Governors and the Jefferson Cavaliers coming up here from Riggs High School. Final home game of the regular season. Back in 2 minutes with our coaches' interviews, as we'll first talk with Coach Tim Reck of the Jefferson Cavaliers. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Bank West Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put Bank West Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider. Has it been years since you've been to the dentist? Are you afraid to see a dentist? If so, you are among many people who feel this way. Hi, I am Dr. Michelle Hofer of Missouri River Dentistry. At our office, we pride ourselves as an office that uses a personal touch to offer gentle dentistry, tailored to fit each patient's needs. We do so by utilizing state-of-the-art equipment and methods which allow the patients to feel comfortable. So whether it has been many years or 6 months since your last dental visit, your oral health is important. We invite you to call us at Missouri River Dentistry, 223-2021, 223-2021.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
As we welcome you back to the pregame show here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports, joining me is Coach Reck of the Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers. And Coach, come in here, final 2 games of the season for you guys. A long bus ride. There's a little uncertainty maybe going into the day on if this game is going to be played. But now that you're here against a Pierre team, what do you expect from this game tonight?
I expect it to be really, really hard fought. Pierre and us are very similar. As far as we want to play fast, we want to get after things, and so it'll be a great atmosphere when we bring in the kids up here.
On a long bus ride like this, so in a day that maybe, hopefully none of the kids and for both teams were expecting the game to not be played, but in a game that potentially had a chance of being postponed, how important is a good start to get on the right step and see that the guys are dialed in?
Oh yeah, we know we need to get out early, and because Pierre's a really good team, and we got to be ready. But hopefully, if we get out early, things could possibly go our way tonight.
For your team, what's a good offense? What's a good night offensively for you guys?
We run a lot of ball screens, so if we're able to get our screen and roll game going, we like what we do. We also like to transition a lot. We like to get out and push the ball early and transition into open threes, and then hopefully get the rebound if we miss it.
Defensively, kind of already mentioned about going transition after a rebound, but what do you guys typically like to do defensively?
We're pretty much man-to-man. We'll do different things than that, but we're pretty much all man.
This Pierre team, what have you seen from them on film that makes them so dangerous?
Oh, we know they got some bigs inside that we're going to have to handle, but then there's this Keenholz guy that's pretty dang good that we're going to make sure that we have our best defender on him tonight.
You and I talked a little bit before we got this interview underway that this team for Jefferson, while it's a first-year school, these guys aren't unfamiliar with each other. They've been playing a lot of basketball with each other the last couple of years.
Correct. They all came from the same high school, and so they've been playing together last year. So that's been really nice that they're familiar with each other. They understand everybody's tendencies, so that's been a plus, and it's been helpful to me as well starting a new program.
And now as the final 2 games of the regular season, obviously you guys are in a spot where you're sitting to host the Sodak 16, want to continue to be in that spot. How do you manage this week to make sure that, one, your ducks are all in a row going to Sodak 16, but you're also going to be playing at home for a Sodak 16?
Well, we know that we got to play pretty well the next 2 games to make sure we still host, because there's still some variables that are not under our control. So we got to control what we can control and go from there. And if we have to be road warriors, we will.
Injury-wise, how's everybody doing this late in the season?
Find me some wood, because right now we're healthy, so that's good.
What's it going to take to knock off here tonight?
We're going to have to defend really well and make sure we force them into tough shots. And then we're going to have to rebound, and they got the 2 bigs inside that we're going to have to make sure we keep off the boards.
Coach, I appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
Back for the pregame show next year on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Faith Lutheran Church prays for God's blessings to all of our athletes and their families. We're proud of the commitment and dedication that you give to your team. We would love for you to join us and celebrate the successes that God gives to us on the field, in the classroom, and throughout our lives. You can worship with us at Faith Lutheran Church on Sundays at 8:30 and 11 a.m., on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m., or you can watch online at faithluth.com/livestream.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida, and online, lambmotor.com.
Welcome back to the pregame show here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Joining me is Coach Brianna Kusler as the Pierre Governors take on the Jefferson Cavaliers. Final home game of the regular season. Obviously, Matt Hansen, your lone senior in the starting lineup. Dimitri Scares-the-Hawk, also part of the basketball team. But we'll talk about them in just a moment. What's that feeling going into tonight? And in a game where hopefully none of the kids for either side were expecting this game to be called off, because mentally you got to be ready for the game tonight.
Yeah, it'll be a fun night. You know, being able to celebrate the seniors that have done so much for this program, not only in this year but in years previous as well. But I think our mindset is good. Yesterday we came into practice with the mindset that we were playing today, and if we weren't, then we were going to get back to work today as well in practice. But I think everybody's excited. No, come on, we're all competitors. We all want to get out there and compete. We're sick of practices at this point.
And this Jefferson team, what have you seen from them? Are they kind of similar to what the Pierre Governors look like?
A little bit, in a sense that there's some athletes on the floor, a lot of length. I would say they have a little bit more size than we do, but they like to get going downhill and find also that mid-range there, but they're really, really quick and athletic. Like to push the tempo quite a bit, so we're going to have to do a good job in our defensive transition. We've got our halfback and our fullback in transition, and then still crashing our offensive glass as well, not just giving up any easy defensive rebounds for them. We've got to make sure that we've got a presence there. But they certainly have some athletes, good run program. You can tell from the top down. They're disciplined, so we're going to have to make sure that we are doing that as well.
So you kind of answered how to counteract it, but how do you take them off their game? What's something to exploit for them?
We don't want to give up any easy direct lanes of attack because when they do get going downhill, they finish. They're shifty inside and they finish well. And a lot of times those short shots, those rebounds sometimes catch us off guard. So we want to make sure that we're not allowing them to get that far in, and then being able to do our jobs and find bodies. All five of us on the defensive end have that role as a rebounder, and that's always been an area of emphasis for us. But especially against a team with the athleticism that they bring in, it's all the more area of emphasis that we have to have.
Jackson Emma is back in the starting lineup. It's good to have his presence back in the lineup, isn't it?
Absolutely. He's probably one of the best, if not the best, rim protectors in the state. So against a team that's this long and athletic, we certainly helpful to have him back. But I mean, we had a lot of kids that showed a lot of positive impact in the last couple of games with him being out, and that's something that we love to see because we're going to need them, and we need all of our guys to be able to play the roles that they have been, and when they get in there, regardless of how many minutes it is, doing your job and taking care of business.
Matt Hansen, one of your seniors in the starting lineup. Let's talk about your seniors, not just Matt Hansen, but what they've meant to the program, their lasting impact on Pierre.
It's hard to put into words the impact that they've had, and for me being a first-year head coach, they've given me a lot of opportunities to grow, and it's been a lot of fun. There's certainly been some times where, I tell the kid, you might not like me every day, but know that I love you every day, and they probably just roll their eyes, and maybe 5 years down the road they'll actually understand what I mean by that. But this whole group and especially these seniors, they're just so much fun, and they come, and that's one thing that, win or lose, I have the best job in the world, and I feel like I've got the best team in the world that I'm surrounded by, because we came in every single day and they were ready to work, and they were ready to have some fun and be loose, but also knowing to take care of business and when it's time to crack down and stuff. So, but Matthew's obviously been in the program for 4 years, and I'm extremely proud of how he has embraced the challenge of change. It's not easy for a new coach to step in as you are a senior and challenge. We've asked him to do a lot this year, and he's really embraced that. It's never going to be easy for anybody, but I'm really proud of that. And then, you look at Dimitri Scares-the-Hawk, who earned a jersey partway through the season, and has come to work every single day, not knowing how many minutes, if he'll get any minutes at all, but really has a team-first mentality in everything that he does, and that just tells you all you need to know about him as a person. And he's both of those players are going to go on and do extremely successful things in their life because of who they are as people, and it goes so far beyond what they just do on the basketball court. And then we've got our senior manager, Carmela Stangland, who has whether it be bringing treats for the whole team, which the boys I know appreciate. We all appreciate it. I probably didn't need as many as they do. But, she really just made sure everything ran smoothly this season, and truly has just a genuine heart that cares so deeply for everybody around her. And that's something that all three of those seniors really possess. And, again, that's why they're going to be so successful.
All right, and now what's it going to take for these seniors and the Pierre Governors to get a win here on their last home game?
It's going to be a lot of discipline on both ends of the floor, execution from an offensive standpoint of when we are sharing the basketball the way that we have been, and then making sure that we're exposing them in certain areas, being able to use that to our strength, and then looking to still push the tempo, but we got to clear the boards first.
Coach, I appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, more of the pregame show next here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Hey DQ fans, when was the last time you ordered our crispy classic chicken strips or our juicy rotisserie style chicken bites? Both baskets are sumptuous, tender, and paired with Texas toast and golden french fries. With options this good, either choice is a perfect choice. And ring in the new year with a new fave, the Oreo Mocha Fudge Blizzard Treat. It's got chunks of Oreo cookie goodness, fudge pieces, and just the right amount of mocha, all blended into DQ's world famous soft serve. Looks like your morning coffee just got a whole lot tastier. Grab the Oreo Mocha Fudge Blizzard Treat today, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
KCCR Pierre, AM 1240 and 98.9 FM. Remember, click it or ticket.
As we welcome you back here to Ricks High School as we are getting set up for tip-off between the Pierre Governors and the Jefferson Cavaliers. For the Jefferson Cavaliers, their starters are Taylor Ashley, Griffin Wilding, Bo Giblin, Mason Riley, and Caden Year. As they start all juniors, all five of the players are juniors, the starters for the Jefferson Cavaliers. We send it down to Ryan Munson for the starting lineup for the Pierre Governors. So if you didn't go to the starting lineup, it was Matt Hansen, the lone senior in the starting lineup, 6'4 senior, the 6'3 junior Lincoln Keenels, the 5'11 junior Jacob Mayer, the 6'7 junior Jackson Edmond, and the 6'4 junior Christian Bush. We are ready for basketball. Final home game of the regular season between the Pierre Governors and the Jefferson Cavaliers. The Governors wearing their home whites, the Jefferson Cavaliers wearing their road green, just a little bit of a different shade of green than the Pierre green. Cavaliers from left to right, the Governors from right to left. We're underway here on the final game here at Riggs High School for the boys season as Lincoln Keenels win the opening tip and Jacob Mayer has it here for the Pierre Governors. Mayer across the timeline as he'll work to the right side for Hanson. He'll catch a man-to-man defense for the Cavaliers. To a cutting Keenels. A baseline jumper is knocked down for Lincoln Keenels. And the Governors right away scoring the first possession. Keenels picks up where he left off last Friday, knocking down the first bucket. 7:30 to go here in the first quarter as here is the first possession for the Jefferson Cavaliers. Caden Year throws it into the corner. Griffin Wilde over the right side. That's picked up by Giblin. And Giblin works out of a double team as the Governors are in a zone. Driving through the zone. A shot blocked by Jackson Edmond. And it goes out of play. Edmond back in the lineup after missing the last couple of games with an injury. Already making his presence felt on the first block shot.
Yeah, you know, the Govs doing a really good job. Jet Zabel and those other guys kind of by committee filling that position that Jackson plays for us.
As the inbound pass is for Year, he'll try to go one-on-one against Christian Bush. A fadeaway jumper rolls just off the rim. And Lincoln Keenels will get the rebound. Over on the left side is Matt Hanson. He'll drive all the way inside the paint, rolls off the glass. That shot's missed, and the rebound's grabbed by Riley. He'll go up ahead as Ashley will turn. His pass goes over left wing for three. That one's off the side of the backboard, but didn't actually hit the rim. It hit the front of the backboard like you should. Most likely not for a three, but it did not hit the rim. Jacob Mayer will find Jackson Edmond on the baseline. Lobs it back out for Matt Hanson. Hanson will look inside, now a backpedal and reset the offense for the Governors. 17 to go on the shot clock. Bush will catch on the low post. Back out for Mayer. He'll drive to the high post, kick it for Edmond, who'll pull up for three. That's too strong from Edmond. And the rebound's grabbed by the Cavaliers, and back the other way we go. As Giblin will hand off for Talon Ashley, the 6-foot junior. Gives to the top of the key, left side, back for Ashley for three, off the rim, skying for the rebound, and the putback is good from Caden Year. And the first points for the Jefferson Cavaliers. We're tied 2-2.
With Ashley and Keenholtz out there, a lot of people probably familiar with those two names around South Dakota as being two of the top quarterbacks in the state. Now they're finally getting to square off on the basketball floor.
Hanson will throw for Bush, back to Hanson on the right side. The senior will drive. He nearly traveled, got the handoff to Bush, but his shot's rejected by Riley and down the other way. The Cavaliers will turn it over on a pass that was intended for Year, but went just a bit too far, and there's our first turnover of the ball game for either side. Still 2-2 our score with 5:40 to go in the first quarter.
Both teams offensively kind of trying to feel out the defense, figure out what they're doing, what they're going to give them, how they're going to play this man-to-man. Jefferson's got Giblin pretty tight on Keenholtz no matter where he's ending up on the floor.
Edmond went too strong. He's a little gimpy as he comes back across midcourt. That was a little bit of a nervous moment there. He's got the ankle brace on. He hurt that right ankle in practice just a week ago, a little over a week ago, as a pass goes back for Giblin. Nearly didn't have enough on it, but it helped Ashley get free in the corner for three. And Talon Ashley has knocked down the first three of the game for either side, and the Cavaliers have their first lead. 5-2 our score. Matt Hanson at the top of the key as he'll throw right side for Mayer. He'll pull up in the right baseline. That one's missed. The rebound will end up being grabbed by Ashley. And the Cavaliers have numbers the other way. A good pass inside. The shot is good and a foul. As it's going to be Griffin Wilde that makes the shots. And he's going to go to the free throw line. Jacob Mayer picks up the first foul of the game. And it's now a 7-2 lead, a quick 7-0 spurt here for the Cavaliers with 4:45 to go in the first quarter. Free throw here from Wilde is good, a three-point play. And it's now an 8-0 run, 8-2 our score. Full court press for Jefferson, easily beaten by the Governors. Pass, though, is going to be intercepted by Giblin. Baseball pass down, touch pass underneath for Wilde. And Wilde will turn back, right back for Giblin. Fakes the pass to Ashley, throws it back in the corner for Wilde. As he'll start to drive, he turns around. His pass was for no one in particular, and Matt Hanson intercepts it. And then Hanson will pull up for three. In transition, just stopped and popped. The shot was missed, and the rebound was grabbed by Giblin. 4:14 to go here in the first quarter. Governors are struggling to find the ball through the hoop right now. At the free throw line, a pass from Riley. Underneath Ashley. His pass deflected and intercepted by Keenholtz. Up ahead for Jacob Mayer. His layup is too strong. And the Governors, again, just can't buy a bucket right now. Ashley the other way. A bounce pass for Riley, who had a head of steam. He'll just throw it off the glass. A shot is missed, and Bush will get the rebound. And now Keenels will slow things up here for the Governors. Reset the offense. 3:38 to go here in the first quarter. Matt Hansen on the right wing. He'll get a screen from Edmond. Edmond rolls off it, trying to get the matchup with Year underneath. Bush back for Hansen for a three. That's knocked down by the senior. And that stops the 8-0 run, and it cuts the lead in half from 8-2 to 8-5 with 3:17 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, if we can get guys knocking shots down like that, that might take Giblin a little bit off of Lincoln and free him up a little bit more, because right now he is all over him everywhere he goes on the floor.
And Caden Year will quickly answer that three as he was left alone in the corner. And it's now 11-5. That's 2 3-pointers, but also a 3-point play. So 3 possessions in a row where Jefferson scored 3 points on each of their possessions. Hansen a pass for Bush, a little bit too strong, and off the hands of Bush, and now the third turnover on the Governors. 2:47 left to go here in the first quarter. Jack Merkwan will check in for the first time for the Governors. Jet Zabel will also check in. Jacob Mayer took a seat, and Jackson Edmond will take a seat. Also had David Jones, as well as
Black.
Yep,
came
Cameron
off
Black
bench as well.
Yep. So those two are now in the ball game here for the Jefferson Cavaliers. Black to the top of the key for Ashley. Back to Cameron Black. His pass goes over for Year. Inside, right back out, and a roll around it goes into the corner. Back out for Black. Jones is standing right around the high post, just moving from the high post around. Ashley had a bounce pass for Jones, but he missed the handle of it. Still came to Black, and then a foul on the rebound is going to go against the Cavaliers, and it's going to go against Taylor Ashley, the first foul against the Jefferson Cavaliers. 2:20 left to go here in the first quarter. Governors down 11-5. Jet Zabel for Jack Merkwan. And Merkwan across midcourt. He's looking more and more comfortable on the floor again and feeling more like he's back up to speed with the rest of the Pierre Governors after missing the majority of the season with an ankle injury, with a couple different ankle injuries. Keenels will drive. His shot partially blocked. Goes off the front of the rim, and it's grabbed by the Cavaliers. 1:50 left to go here in the first quarter. Ashley will drive to the baseline. Tough shot. Bush with a good defense. The shot was missed. The rebound's tipped around. It's saved by the Cavaliers. Ashley will catch in the right corner for three, and it's good. He's got his second three, and he can't give Jefferson too many second chance opportunities. He'll cash it in just like that. Jack Merkwan here with the Governors down by now 9. And another turnover. Ashley steals it away. He'll go one-on-one with Keenels. He'll turn. He'll hand it back for Jones. Now back for Ashley. They'll work it all the way around the perimeter. And Wilde will catch. Pull up for three. That's missed, but a rebound, though, for Jones. His putback is missed that time, and then off the hands of Keenels, and it's going to stay with the Cavaliers.
Yeah, right now, kind of the story's kind of on the glass. We're down 10 boards to 3. And that's really what's leading Jefferson to getting some second chance points and getting some extra possessions by just winning on the glass.
1:08 left to go here in the first quarter. Yeah, 10-3 margin in rebounds in a 9-point game. It's kind of easy to signal why it's a 9-point game. Inbound pass for Black goes around the corner in for Ashley. Back out to the wing for Wilde. Now Giblin, who's checked back in. Ben Heiser's also checked in for the Governors, as well as Cade Kaiser. None of the starters are in right now for Pierre. As driving all the way to the basket, the shot is missed. The rebound's grabbed by Kruger. Brecken Kruger up ahead for Cade Kaiser. Back to Kruger. That pass goes right in the hands of Giblin, who was late coming back on defense. He'll throw it in the corner for Ashley. Good pump fake by Ashley. He'll work all the way around to the top of the key. Slow things up here with 35 seconds to go in the quarter. They have a chance to take a 10-point lead. 14-5. Jefferson leaves it over Pierre. Ashley drives inside to the paint. The shot is up and good. A 6-foot jumper knocked down by Taylor Ashley. He's got 8 in the quarter. An 11-point lead for the Jefferson Cavaliers over the Governors with 15 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Brecken Kruger, left side for Merkwan, down to 10 seconds. Underneath, Zabel's wide open. Easy bucket there for Jet Zabel. So it's now 16-7 And Ashley with the final second over for Giblin for three from midcourt, nearly went in. And that will end the first quarter with the Pierre Governors down by 9, 16-7 to the Jefferson Cavaliers. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Company is your complete transportation headquarters. You'll find a great selection of quality new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep vehicles, plus a great selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take good care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and body shop, along with a friendly financing team that'll do their best to get you into your next new or pre-owned vehicle with financing that fits your budget. Wagner Auto is your local, family-owned, full-service dealership in Pierre. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. The pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
As we welcome you back here to the start of the second quarter, the Pierre Governors, they trail it 16-7 to the Jefferson Cavaliers. John Winkler alongside Nathan Nas. As we welcome you into the second quarter, Jefferson will get the first possession here to open up this second quarter as we are underway. And working into the front court will be Bo Giblin. 9-point lead for Jefferson. Their largest is 11 that they had right before the end of the first quarter. Into the corner it goes, a pass underneath, wide open, and the man that was missed was Mason Riley, who gets the first points. And an easy bucket, 18-7. Governors back down by 11 here in the first half.
Yeah, the story's been Jefferson's been more aggressive defensively, and then they're crashing the glass hard. And in that first quarter with a 6 rebound advantage is big.
Merquan buries a triple from beyond the arc, and he's got his first points, 18-10. Right back the other way, driving in is Riley, underneath for Jones. He'll turn around for Black. His three is up. It's answered. And Cameron Black and Jefferson right now just continues to answer everything that the Governors have to offer. As Brecken Kruger throws it over for Kaiser, Kruger, and now Merquan. Merquan on the left wing. Rolling off the screen was Zabel. Goes one-on-one with Jones. Missed the shot. The rebound will be fought for and won by the Cavaliers. Black over, baseline from Giblin. And that one will hit the back of the backboard and will go the other way.
Yeah, he smoked that one pretty good.
I'll say that it looked like and I looked down and then looked right back up, and it looked like he'd been swatted. The ball came back that fast from where the throw was made. That was the fourth turnover of the ball game for the Cavaliers. The Governors with 5 in that first quarter. Minute 15 seconds gone by here in the second quarter. Governors down by 11, 21-10. Lincoln Keenels, he'll pump fake, pass underneath. Edmond didn't make the catch cleanly, and a steal as it's grabbed by Riley. As Ashley throws over for Riley, back for Ashley, pulls up for another three. That's missed. The rebound's tipped and then grabbed by Zabel, but then nearly taken away. It will eventually go over to Keenels, where Edmond almost fell over the top of Keenels. And the Governors dodge a bullet. Cade Kaiser on the left wing. Out. Long three for Merquan. That's missed, and the rebound's grabbed by Riley.
Yeah, that's one, as Jack gets back to playing more often and playing more regularly, that three, that's not a bad look for him, even though it was a few feet further behind the three-point line than what you normally see.
There's a steal by the Governors, and they give it right back out. Pass was tipped and stolen away, and then Riley goes up. Basket's good, and a touch foul called on Merquan. That'll be his first and the second team foul. And that was Mason Riley who scored. He's got a chance for a three-point play. I say touch foul because as Jacob Mayer will check in the ball game, we'll keep it here as the Governors right now trailing 23-10. The touch foul because Merquan didn't – he fouled him, but he didn't do enough to really disrupt the shot. It was one of those easy bumps and an easy call for an official to make and an easy shot for Riley to make.
Yeah, absolutely. You really didn't have to, as long as he maintained possession through that little bit of contact. It's one of those that, you don't want to see those hard fouls, but it's also one of those ones that you don't want them. If you're going to make the foul, don't let him put up an easy shot. But, Coach Kusler's down there talking about getting on the same page offensively, I think, right now. And defensively as well, because right now it's been more our body language isn't looking real good. We got guys that are getting frustrated on the offensive end by errant passes or maybe being open and not finding them. So it's cleaning up those little things, getting on the same page. And really we got to get back to our identity of playing tough defense, out-rebounding people, not just trying to go out and get in a track meet and outscore people.
Governors down right now by 13, 23-10 with 5:48 left to go here in the first half. As coming out of the timeout, see if a little bit of Kusler getting after the Governors will pay off for some success here as we still halfway of this second quarter. Free throw is missed by Riley, and the rebound is grabbed here by the Governors. Here's Lincoln Kienels for the Governors over the left side for Cade Kaiser. Mayer to the top of the key, the right wing for Lincoln Kienels. Kienels through the hands of Zabel, another turnover by the Governors. Here is Giblin through in the corner for Ashley, back out for Riley, and he'll hand off now for Ashley again. To the right wing it goes as it's Caden Year. Around the perimeter, back for Ashley. Good patience by the Cavaliers, but the pass is going to be tipped and then stolen away. Lincoln Kienels back the other way. In transition, steps into a three. That's too strong. Rebound is going to be won by Riley. Up ahead now to Year. He bounces off of Cade Kaiser. The rebound from Ashley and the foul from Zabel. And to the free throw line will be Taylor Ashley. 4:58 left to go here in the second quarter. And not that, I guess right now, as Zabel picks up his first foul, and there's 3 team fouls for the Governors, Ashley's the line for 2. It's not that Roosevelt is unbeatable, but yet they have been unbeatable because they haven't lost a game yet this year. But if you're looking at this week and saying, okay, the Governors go 1-1, this is the game to go 1-1 against. I mean, granted, it would be nice to get those 50 points against Roosevelt with the win, but that's realistically, you're saying if you go 1-1, you're probably getting this one. So if the Governors don't start to string something together, and there's a lot of game left. They're down by 15 now as Ashley goes 2 for 2. There's a lot of game left, but if they don't overcome this, then all of a sudden you have to go out and beat Roosevelt, and that might be the only loss that they have all season. As Cade Kaiser throws it for Jacob Mayer into the corner for Lincoln Kienels. Kienels for Christian Bush. He'll turn. He'll look underneath, pass for Mayer. Now for Heisler. Takes one drill, for Zabel. That shot's missed, and Zabel gets his own board, though. Back out for Mayer. Over for Kaiser. Fresh 35 for the Governors. Again, they're down by 15, but it's still in the second quarter, so they can reset the offense. They don't have to rush anything. Bush will catch underneath. That one will find its way through. It didn't look like at first it was going to go in, but he had the nice roll to it. Pass was tipped the other way, but Riley will catch underneath with Bush. He'll turn left side, driving in. Shot is up, a foul, count the bucket, and a chance for a three-point play as Wilde gets another one to go.
Yeah, those hustle plays like you saw from Zabel on the offensive end to go get his own board, those are the types of things that when we're playing well, we're doing often. And, right now it's just guys are coming off the floor. There's a lot of head shaking. I don't know if they're, not really knowing what's going on or just maybe they're making this game out to be bigger than it was, thinking we have to get one of these last two, and this is the easier one to get. So, we just gotta relax, get back to playing as a team, and we'll be fine. Because, like you said, there is a lot of basketball left to be played here tonight.
Kienels over to Mayer. That and one attempt was good by Wilde, as it's now a 28-12 game. Zabel to the top of the key for Mayer. He'll get a screen from Zabel, throw it over for Bush, inside for Zabel. He's trying to go up, has to kick it back out. Over to Bush, right wing for 3, buried by Christian Bush, the big man with the touch. It's not surprising anymore, but it's always satisfying to see the big man have the touch. 3:30 left to go here in the first half, 28-15. Governors down by 13.
It was a very selfless offensive possession. A lot of passes, a lot of guys trying to find the open guy. And that's what we're going to have to claw back in it, as well as getting after it on this end and not giving up any second chance points for those easy and ones.
Good backdoor cuts on a little bit of not so much a give and go, but Wilde got the pass. And Wilde's got his first made field goal that he didn't get hacked on while he was making that field goal, as he now has 8 points. With 3 minutes to go, Governors down by 15. Underneath for Hansen. He's fouled. He couldn't get the shot to fall, but he'll go the line for 2 as the second foul against the Cavaliers will go against Griffin Wilde. And Hanson at the line, first free throws of the game for the Pierre Governors, and it comes with 2:57 left to go in the first half. Might be another key here going in the second half is getting to the free throw line for the Pierre Governors.
Yeah, we got to make sure we're not settling for outside shots as Hanson buries that first one. Even outside shots are just turning the ball over. A lot of passes, coming with a little bit extra heat from being amped up that are just going right through our hands, or we're not catching them clean. We're open, we don't catch them clean, and then we can't get a shot up and we turn it over.
Hanson goes 2 for 2 for the line. It's now 30-17. That was a big reason why the Governors beat Watertown on Friday. They were able to knock down their free throws at the end of the game. In other games this year, that was their struggle. Ashley for 3 in the corner. That's missed. A handoff from Mayer on the rebound. Keenels will wait. He'll hesitate. He'll drive coast to coast and lay it in with the left hand. And Lincoln Keenels now with 4, and it's 30-19, but quickly back the other way. The Governors didn't get back defensively, and Griffin Wilde was open. And it's just like that, a quick answer. 32-19 with 2:25 left to go here in the first half.
Yeah, when Lincoln goes to the hoop like that, you got to look. And if you're one of those guards or even a big man and you're the furthest one back, someone's got to release so you don't have all 5 guys caught in the paint like we did there.
Zabel got another offensive rebound, and then his pass to Bush, to Keenels, and then to Hanson with just a touch behind Hanson. And the Governors turn the ball over now. 8 turnovers now in the ball game for Pierre. 6 so far for Jefferson. As the Governors will pick up a full court press here on the inbound pass from the corner. Well, it's caught by Giblin, picked up by Mayer, and everybody clears out. Mayer goes one-on-one with Giblin. As Giblin gets it across midcourt, throws it over for Wilde, who's had a strong second quarter. He's got 7 of his 10 right now in the second quarter. As Wilde underneath, going, Year will turn all the way around, but he missed the shot, and the rebound will end up being grabbed by Bush and a foul by Year. Well, that was, the Governors caught a break right there because that probably should have been an easy bucket there for Caden Year.
Yeah, you would have thought, he made a good post move. It wasn't bad defense. He just made a really good post move to get himself kind of around Bush there after he picked up that dribble and have a pretty decent look at the rim.
Here's Lincoln Keenels for the Governors to the left side, and Hanson can't handle the pass. It goes off the hand, and it's another turnover by the Governors. And where the Governors, a lot of these are almost unforced turnovers. And some of them have been unforced turnovers, but a lot of them have been near unforced.
Yeah, it's just a lot of those little things that when you're this late in the season, you still work on them in practice, but throwing and catching the ball really isn't, you would think would come naturally to these guys, and that's just kind of been our issue right now offensively, is just not making a clean, accurate pass, and when we do make a clean, accurate pass, not catching it cleanly.
Driving in is Giblin off the glass, rolls off. The tip is good from Year. And Caden Year now with 7 points, and the lead's back up to 15, 34-19 with 55 seconds to go here in the first half. Keenels to the left side for Matt Hanson. He'll try and drive baseline. He has fouled, and a foul will be committed by Wilde, his second and the 4th team foul. Just 7 fouls, 8 fouls in total, 4 for each side, with 49.5 left to go here in the first half, as Cameron Black will check back in. Again, a 15-point lead here for the Jefferson Cavaliers with 48 seconds left to go. Keenels inside, got the bucket, the tough bucket for Lincoln Keenels. He's now got 6. See if the Governors can get him going in the second half. Try and mount a comeback. 34-21, 35 seconds left to go. Still a shot clock, 6 seconds between shot clock and game clock. That pass is going to be deflected, stolen away by Hanson. Hanson nearly lost the ball back. He does. Up ahead for Caden Year, and he doesn't take a dribble. Looked like he might have traveled, but he throws it down with 2 hands.
He took. It was 2 steps. It was okay. He covered a lot of ground on those 2 steps.
So another turnover by the Governors, and that's their 10th of the game. Now with 8 seconds to go, here's Matt Hanson again. Hanson trying to go the opposite way of the screen from Zabel. Nearly lost the ball. He'll drive all the way in. He will draw the foul. He's going to go to the free throw line with 2.5 to go, as the foul was committed by Giblin, his first. And Matt Hanson, who's 2 for 2 from the line, the only Governor to shoot free throws right now, with 2.5 left to go. These are big free throws here for the Governors, down by 15. Hansen right now with 5 points. First free throw, make it 6 points. He is made the first one. About ready to say something, but I'm not going to say it. 2.5 to go. The announcer's curse cannot say it. Second free throw. That's why I didn't say it. He made the second one. Matt Hansen goes 2 for 2 from the line. Inbound pass back for a year and a half-court shot. The buzzer. He buries it. Buries a half-court shot at the buzzer. And
that's one that the coaches aren't very happy about. You know, I don't remember who it was that was. Maybe it was Hansen that was up kind of by himself, and everyone else thinking 2.3 seconds back on the defensive end, and not really thinking that Jefferson's going to try anything. And you don't want to say an easy look from behind half court, but
it wasn't a tough.
There was no one in front of him.
It's if you do it in practice, you probably do it the other practice where you just shoot half court shots. That was basically what it was, a practice half court shot from midcourt. But it's now a 39-23 lead for the Jefferson Cavaliers, and that one hurts the Governors going into halftime. We'll step aside for 3 minutes. We'll come back with halftime stats. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
This winter, sip on a delicious hot cocoa and lose yourself in the grace of a fresh falling snow before you smash that hot mug on the driveway and join First Dakota to bank some noise for winter sports. Stomp for block shots, holler for match ceiling takedowns, and go berserk for a perfect dismount. Let's give the home team all we've got. Bank some noise with us at First Dakota National Bank. Open a new account online today at firstdakota.com, member FDIC.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heat-A-Later fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heat-A-Later fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heat-A-Later Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre still wants your trade or your spare vehicle, and we're willing to give you top dollar, and we'll throw in an additional $250 Pierre Pride dollars. Sell us your car, and Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota will give you an additional $250 Pierre Pride dollars. Trade in your vehicle for a new or different one, and Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota will give you $250 Pierre Pride dollars. Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit GatewayFordToyota.com.
First United Methodist Church would like to take this time to wish the Pierre Governors great success in this sports season. Athletic competition builds skills, leadership, teamwork, and provides lifelong lessons in character development. I'm Pastor Greg, and I invite you to join us for meaningful worship, personal growth, and compassionate fellowship. For a list of worship times and upcoming events, visit our website, pierrefirstumc.org, or our Facebook page, Pierre First United Methodist Church.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
As we welcome you back here to halftime as the Pierre Governors, they trail at 39-23 to the Jefferson Cavaliers. John Wickler alongside Nathan Nas as, well, Nathan, not the best first half of basketball for the Pierre Governors, and unfortunately that last shot goes in, so they go from a 13-point deficit up to a 16-point deficit going into the locker room, and the game is not over. This is not over by the stretch of anything, because you break it down and you can easily find your way crawling all the way back. But it's going to take a lot for the Governors to come back in this one tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, X's and O's wise, I'm sure there's probably not a lot being talked about at halftime, X's and O's wise. Right now, it's going to come down to in the second half. You know, we have to do a much better job defensively of finding guys, boxing guys out. You know, we're only down 14-9 on the boards at halftime. But when they're not getting offensive rebounds, you know, they're running a really good offense, give and go type offense where they're getting good layups. But it's going to come down to defense and rebounding. You know, it doesn't matter what we do offensively if we don't stop them from scoring. You know, you can score a lot yourself, but you can't trade baskets, because if you're trading baskets, then you're still going to find yourself behind. So if we can figure things out a little bit better defensively and then do a better job of getting bodies on people, boxing people out, and crashing the glass, that's what it'll take to get back into this game.
So as we look at stats-wise for both the Pierre Governors and the Jefferson Cavaliers, we'll first start with the Cavaliers, who Caden Year, he's got the game high right now because he hit a half-court shot at the buzzer to have 12 points so far on the evening. Tailing Ashley's got 10 as he hit 8 of his 10 in the first quarter. And then Griffin Wilde had 7 of his 10 in the second quarter. Those 3 are in double figures. 4 points for Mason Riley and a 3 for Cameron Black. As also Jefferson shot 4 for 5 from the free throw line in the first half. For the Pierre Governors, nobody's in double figures yet. Matt Hansen's got 7. He went 4 for 4 from the line. The Governors as a team went 4 for 4 from the line. It was also Lincoln Keenels with 6 points. Christian Bush with 5, Jack Burkwan hit a 3, and Jet Zabel has a bucket for his 2 points as that rounds out the 23 points for the Governors right now, 39-23. Governor girls are winning 23-19 as they get close to halftime right now in the girls contest out in Jefferson. They'll be here on Saturday at home against Roosevelt. The boys will be in Roosevelt on Saturday as their season wraps up, and then the Sodak 16 will take place next Friday and Saturday of next weekend. So Governors right now, Nathan, it's just turn the ball over too much. 10 turnovers in that first half to 6 for Sioux Falls Jefferson. But as you mentioned, just the amount of energy just hasn't been there for the Governors tonight.
Yeah, this is, you know, it's been for the Governors is, you know, you wonder if it is the pressure of the situation or what's causing it. But yeah, those 4, they're outboarding us. But so those 9 extra possessions, you know, 9 extra possessions in a half it's huge for a team. Even if you're only scoring half the time on those, you know, you're expecting to be up. And when they're not missing a lot of shots or they're getting a lot of layups, you know, it makes things really tough, especially with 10 turnovers in a half.
And the Governors, they're sitting at 9-9 right now, and with a win, they go to 10-9 and also guarantee that they finish regular season at 500. But a loss, then they have to beat Roosevelt to get that 500 spot. But also just for the Governors' sake, they got to find a way to pick up a win. Just in the general sense of you're sitting at 11th right now, and a loss, and Stevens with a win probably drops you to 12. Watertown probably not going to catch you at this point. So really what you're doing is trying to keep yourself away from dropping to number 12, which that would lead you to play Mitchell again. Right now you'd play Sioux Falls Lincoln. If you move up, you can see Central, this Jefferson team again, maybe Yankton, maybe Brandon Valley somewhere around there. But there's a lot at stake, not just for the 10-10 record, but just for the simple fact that it's tough to win on the road in Double-A, and seeds may not really matter, but sometimes you probably would rather play the 8 or 7 seed than try to play the 6, 5, or 4.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and as big as the seeding is for going forward into that Sodak 16, you know, the boys are, you know, our basketball is really trending up and it was looking good. We were playing well as a team. We were playing hard, and you know, as of right now, you look at this game and you're probably going to look at it as this half of basketball was kind of a step back from the trend we were going in, and this is not the time of year you want to be taking that step back. You know, if you're out there playing hard, hustling, playing well, but the shots aren't falling, so you're down at halftime, you know, that's one of those things that as a coach you're not happy, but you're going to live with it. But that first half of basketball, Jefferson just outplayed us in that first half. So I fully expect the boys to respond well, just knowing the type of kids they are. They've had a battle back in games before football, basketball, baseball, whatever it may be. So they know where they're sitting okay. You know, they just have to come out and defensively take care of things and get after the boards.
Governors down 39-23 as we head to the second half. Back in 2 minutes with the second half. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Bank West Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put Bank West Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
Has it been years since you've been to the dentist? Are you afraid to see a dentist? If so, you are among many people who feel this way. Hi, I am Dr. Michelle Hofer of Missouri River Dentistry. At our office, we pride ourselves as an office that uses a personal touch to offer gentle dentistry, tailored to fit each patient's needs. We do so by utilizing state-of-the-art equipment and methods which allow the patients to feel comfortable. So whether it has been many years or 6 months since your last dental visit, your oral health is important. We invite you to call us at Missouri River Dentistry, 223-2021, 223-2021.
Back here at the start of the second half, the Pierre Governors will have the ball to start this second half. John Winkler alongside Nathan Nods as we welcome you back in here to Riggs High School. It'll be the final time that we have a broadcast from Riggs High School this season, as unless the Governors find their way to be home in the Sodak 16, whether it be the girls or the boys, that would be the then final time that we have a basketball game here at Riggs High School for the Pierre. Brecken Kruger, the right side for Jack Merquan as we're underway here in the third quarter. Heisler back out right side for Merquan. He'll pull up for three. That's buried for Jack Merquan. He's got his second three of the ball game. 39-26. None of the Governor starters are in to start this third quarter. It's Brecken Kruger, Kate Kaiser, Jack Merquan, Jet Zabel, and Ben Heisler driving all the way in. Missed the layup. It was a gimme there for number 23, Caden Year. Brecken Kruger had an open look for a three. Passed it to Kaiser. Now back to Kruger. Into the top of the key for Merquan. Zabel will catch the left high post. Back out for Kaiser. 20 to go on the shot clock. Right side for Kruger. Underneath for Merquan. Pass is tipped. Stays with the Governors with 17 to go on the shot clock. And 7:06 left to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think, Coach Koosler kind of making a statement to the team that when these five were in there, for that little bit together as a group, they seemed to play harder than the starters. Maybe that's why she decided to go with them to start the half.
There's a turnover as Riley took it away. Behind the back pass from Year to Wilde. And it's a first bucket of the second half for the Jefferson Cavaliers as they now are back up by 15, 41-26. And then the Governors turn it right back over again. Their second turnover of the half, 12th of the game. 15-point lead, 6:49 left to go here in the third quarter. Governors down 41-26, Jefferson. As it is at the point, Riley, left side, Year for three, looking for his third. That's a rebound that's going to be grabbed and into the corner for Giblin for three. That's missed, and a weak side rebound for Heisler. Merquan has it for the Governors. Giblin picks him up in the backcourt. He'll step back from Giblin, and now over the right side for Kaiser. Zabel, left side for Merquan. Underneath for Heisler. Goes up with it, off the glass and in. Wilde was defending, but couldn't do much without trying to foul. and Ben Heisler makes it 41-28. Governors have been able to cut it to 13. See if they can cut it even more. They got to get a defensive stop here overall, though. Ashley will drive baseline. He is fouled, gets the shot to go, up and under. Kruger picks it up, and Ashley's at the free throw line, a chance for a three-point play as he now has 12 points.
Yeah, that play right there just shows just how athletic Ashley is. You know, he's sitting here. They got 3 scorers with 12 points, and all 3 of them at any point in the season I know have gone off for big points, and Ashley's kind of been their premier guy for them.
Ashley's free throw attempt, he's 2 for 2 for the line, making 3 for 3 from the line, and he's now got the game-high 13 points, and the lead is up to 16. Handoff for Merkwan from Kaiser. He'll backpedal, throws it over for Kaiser, as Kaiser now looks, and will find it over for Merkwan on the left wing. Zabel to the right side for Kruger. Pulls up for 3. Knocks down a triple for Brecken Kruger. Second 3 of the quarter here for the Governors. 44-31. First points for Brecken Kruger tonight. Wilde picked up by Merkwan, and he fouls Wilde. That's the second foul by Merkwan and the second team foul for the Governors. 5:30 left to go here in the in the third quarter. I'd say first half, not first quarter, third quarter. Ashley, pass goes off the side of the face of Giblin, who wasn't ready for it. Then the pass deflected by Giblin, so he'll stay with the Governors with 5:21 left to go here in the quarter.
Yeah, nice hustle play there by Kruger. You know, I think Giblin, he did a good job recovering to make a play there, but I think he thought Kruger was going to let it get out of bounds, and the Governors take possession there. So really good hustle play by Kruger, but also at the same time by Giblin.
And the baseline inbound goes out to Kusler, who's standing up in front of the bench. Another turnover by the Governors. That's their third. Kruger tried to inbound it for Heisler, who started to cut back the other way. And a lot of times coaches don't really like getting the ball passed to them in the middle of a game. Giblin underneath. Catch by Riley outside for Wilde for 3. Rolls off the rim, and the rebound's grabbed by Heisler. Here is Cade Kaiser. That ever happened to you? You ever get a ball thrown to you as a coach while coaching?
Not that I remember.
Brecken Kruger, top of the key. Pulls up for 3. That one's missed off the right side. Heisler will grab the rebound. It'll tie up, and it'll go the other way for the alternating possession. I got to think that you probably wouldn't have been too happy if that had been the case. Yeah.
No, and maybe it did. Dimitri and Matthew, those were the year I coached basketball here in town. Those were the freshmen I had, was that crew guy. So it's been a couple years. So it could have happened, and I just don't remember it.
Forgetful. Just getting old in your age. Wilde on the left side, he'll drive in. He throws off the glass. He went hard to the floor. The rebound was caught by Year, and the putback is good. He's now got 14. The Governors now back down by 15 again. That pass deflected, and then Year batted like a volleyball over left wing, that left side. The made shot, and then Kaiser, I think he slipped.
Yeah, I think where those bodies kind of hit the floor was slick down there, and you got to get those dudes in the NBA that have the brooms out there or whatever those are, mopping things up, making sure it's not slick. Because, yeah, the foul definitely looked worse than what I think he intended. It was just the slip, and both of them kind of got their legs tangled up.
Kaiser picks up the foul, and it was a made shot, so it's now 48-31, and a chance for a three-point play for Wilde. I mean, Year literally put his hands together. Coach Stosher would be happy with the bump that Year had to get it across. I mean, the wrong team, but 49-31 as Wilde makes the three-point play. But Coach Stosher would have really liked the effort from Caden Year. Lincoln Keatles with Jefferson Cavaliers defending. There's a pass that's deflected and out of play. They'll stay with the Governors with 4:02 left to go. 18 on the shot clock. 18-point lead, 49-31. Largest lead now for the Cavaliers. Kaiser will inbound for Heisler. Pass underneath for Edmond, and it goes too far. It went off of his fingertips, but Ashley made the steal, and the Governors turn it over another time. Their 14th turnover. And then Jones stepped out of play as he was trying to save the ball from going out. And we'll go the other way now, and it'll be the second turnover of the quarter for the Cavaliers. And Coach Brandon Kusler will take a timeout. 3:52 left to go here in the third quarter. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here on KCCR. And you're watching on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Glad to have the the YouTube page back after we lost it last Friday. We were able to get it back 24 hours later, and thankfully we're here on YouTube at KCCR Sports. So make sure, if you're not watching right now, you can head over to YouTube at KCCR Sports and watch this game as well, just like you're listening to it on the radio on KCCR at 1240 AM and 98.9 FM. John Wickler alongside Nathan Knott, 49-31. Where you're down by 16, you're saying, okay, cut it by 4s in each of midway through the third, at the end of the third, midway through the fourth, at the end of the fourth, and you're going to overtime. Now things start to get a little bit tougher, but still the last 3:52, all you got to do is win a couple of possessions. Outscore them in a couple of possessions here going the fourth quarter. Don't try and get all 18 points back in the next 3:52. Still a lot of ball game left.
Yeah, like you said, when I was in high school, our coach always talked about in these situations, trying to cut it in half by the time you get to that fourth quarter. But we got to take care of the ball.
Another turnover by the Governor. Sizer's pass was up above, and it was knocked down. Then Jones missed the shot, so the Governors catch a break. Don't give up that turnover points. And now here is Lincoln Keenels the other way for Matt Hansen. Back to Keenels. Hansen will catch on the left side. Hansen will start to drive baseline. They'll throw it over for Keenels, who will drive free throw line jumper off left iron, and the rebound's grabbed by Jones. Wilde will catch up ahead for Giblin, and Bo Giblin will give back to Wilde, who threw it right back to him. Trying to get a screen from Year. Back to the top of the key. Jones right side now for Ashley. Ashley will drive around, free throw line jumper, just a bit short from Ashley. And we'll go back here with Lincoln Keenels on the rebound. Here is Edmond. He'll fake to the right, turn to his left, gets the bucket to go, and he is fouled. A chance for a three-point play as Jackson Edmond gets his first points in the last since playing Bismarck a couple of weeks ago. Christian Bush will check in as well as Jacob Mayer. That foul was committed by Caden Year, his second, and that's just the first team foul of this first half, or the second half for the Cavaliers. Second free, or the and one attempt from Edmond is missed. That's the first Governor miss of the night. They're 4 for 5 from the free throw line now. Ashley on the left side will kick it over for Giblin with 2:37 left to go here in the third quarter. Governors down 49-33. Taylon Ashley getting separation from Hansen, gets a screen. Wilde will catch, he travels, and a turnover by the Cavaliers, as that will be turnover number 9 for Jefferson. 15 turnovers for the Governors, 5 in each of the three quarters right now. 2:24 left to go here in the third. Keenels to the right side, Bush. And Christian Bush continues to look. Jackson Edmond takes one dribble in, hands off for Keenels though. Keenels will reset the offense, 20 to go on the shot clock. Right side for Mayer. He looks, throws it for Edmond. Edmond will pull up for three. Knocks down. Jackson Edmond hits a big three. He's now got 5. All 5 that have come in the last 2 possessions for the Governors, 49-36. Ashley will drive in underneath the basket. Pass goes over in the corner for Giblin. Pulls up for a 3. Can't answer that 3. The rebound's grabbed by Keenels. He looked to pass it before he realized he had the ball. Now Keenels picks up his dribble, but he's able to find Edmond. There's a pump fake from Edmond. He had to respect it after he made that last one. He drove to the lane, and he got fouled before the shot attempt. That's a really good pump fake because Caden Year now picks up his 3rd foul, and he had to respect the fact that Edmond just made that last 3. You can't let him shoot that again.
Yeah, especially with that being right at the top of the key. If Jackson doesn't knock down that last one, Year probably stays down on that one and lets Jackson take that attempt there. But this is the energy of the Governors. This is what we've needed all game, is this energy that they're playing with right now, where they're coming down defensively, getting after it, kind of forcing Jefferson to start their offense out away from the basketball, the three-point line where they want to be in, and then offensively getting much better looks at the hoop than what we were earlier.
49-36. Governors down by 13 with 1:37 to go. They've cut that lead from an 18-point deficit down to 13. And with a possession here, a made bucket can either put it to 11 or 10, and kind of right where the doctor ordered if you're going to try and start to mount a comeback in the last couple of minutes of that third quarter. Still 97 seconds left in the third, but they've worked their way to this point. They've got to continue to work to continue to cut down this deficit. fresh 35 coming out of the timeout. The inbound pass will come to the left baseline. So as Kusler had Hansen taken it from the right baseline, they changed the play for the left baseline inbound for Kienholz. Edmond, he'll turn. He'll try and go up and under and around. He throws it back for Bush, who knocks down the jumper just inside the arc. And Christian Bush now with 7 points. Governors have cut the deficit to 11. 1:20 to go here in the third quarter. Here is Wilde. Mayer fell down, but here is Taylon Ashley again. Reset the offense for the Cavaliers. 20 to go on the shot clock. Wilde catches. He'll start to drive in, throws it over for Ashley. Mayer nearly poked the ball away. Back for Ashley. He'll pull up for three. That one's missed from Ashley, but Jones gets the rebound. Final minute here in the third quarter. Wilde will hand off. Ashley will turn as he throws it inside for Riley. Good pass, good extra pass to David Jones. And Jones makes it now 51-38. Jackson Edmond here for Lincoln Kienholz. 13-point lead again. Edmond for the free throw line. The jumper's missed, and the rebound's grabbed by Jefferson. Now the Govs need a big stop here. 1 second difference between shot clock and game clock. With a 13-point lead again for the Cavaliers. Jefferson will be looking for that final shot. 20 seconds left to go. They're going to looking to take a double-digit lead into the fourth quarter. Down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here is Ashley over for Wilde. Down to 6 seconds. Ashley will catch underneath. Missed the shot. Rebound goes off of Jefferson and went off of Riley and out of play. 3.9 left to go.
Look for Jefferson to pick him up full court here a little bit more than what the Governors did at the end of the half here, just to make sure they don't let something similar happen.
Inbounding will be Edmond. He'll look for a pass. Kienholz will catch beyond midcourt, lost the ball, and now Jones will throw it at the buzzer, and it will land a couple of feet shy of the basket, but the Governors now with 16 turnovers, and they will go to the fourth quarter down by 13, 51-38. Back in a minute, you're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
Faith Lutheran Church prays for God's blessings to all of our athletes and their families. We're proud of the commitment and dedication that you give to your team. We would love for you to join us and celebrate the successes that God gives to us on the field, in the classroom, and throughout our lives. You can worship with us at Faith Lutheran Church on Sundays at 8:30 and 11 a.m., on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m., or you can watch online at faithluth.com/livestream.
As we welcome you back here at the start of the fourth quarter, the Pierre Governors, they are trailing 51-38 to the Pierre Governors, or to the Jefferson Cavaliers. John Winkler alongside Nathan Nas as we open up this final frame. Kienholz pulls up for three right away, and the shot's missed, and Giblin gets the rebound. Would have been a big three to knock down. It would have cut the lead to 10. With now 7:45 left here in the fourth quarter, and Jefferson doesn't probably want to get complacent, but they're going to probably try and take as much time off the clock as they can. Cameron Black goes it right side over for Giblin. And Giblin crosses over Mayer. Now the pass goes over for Black in the corner for three. Missed the shot, and rebound will go out of play. And it will be Pierre basketball, 7:27 to go. You're listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. John Winkler alongside Nathan Nas. 51-38, Governors down by 13. Pierre opened up with a 2-0 lead, have not led since then. Jefferson, they led at 16-7 after the end of the first quarter, and then 39-23 at halftime. Governors cut the lead down to 13 after three quarters, and here we stand, still at 51-38 as Edmond misses another three, and the rebound's grabbed by Riley. 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. In the final home game of the regular season for the Pierre Governor boys team. They are at 9-9, down by 13, so in danger of falling back under 500. As Cameron Black throws it top of the key for Giblin. They'll have that chance to get to 500 on Saturday if they can't come back from this one against an undefeated Roosevelt team right now. Giblin spins in the lane. His shot, he's fouled with 5 to go on the shot clock, and he'll step to the line for 2.
Update from Sioux Falls. The girls are down to Jefferson and Sioux Falls 35-33 with just over 2 minutes to go in the third.
Foul is committed by Jacob Mayer. That's the 4th team foul. First free throw is missed. As right now, Jefferson is 6 for 8 from the free throw line. Governors are 4 for 5 as a team from the free throw line. Second free throw from Giblin. That one also misses, and the rebound will be grabbed by Edmond. Still a 13-point game with 6:28 to go here in the fourth quarter. Hanson hands off for Keenholz. Keenholz a lob pass for Edmond. He'll wait a couple different times. Now he'll start to drive in. Edmond floats it at the basket and scores. Jackson Edmond, who was held scoreless in the first half, has got 7 here in the second half, and the lead is back down to 11 again.
Yeah, if we can come down and get a stop here and go down to the other end of the floor and get it within 10 here before they have Ashley and Wilde getting ready to check back in, that'll be huge, and really do a good job of hopefully getting our student section back into it, because I know our guys feed off of that.
Underneath layup is missed. The rebound, a tie up, and it will stay with Jefferson. Jack Merquan will check in, as Wilde and Ashley will both check back in for Jefferson. Yeah, student section's got the ESPN High School Game Day, and you got a couple of young aspiring broadcasters, probably doing a better job than us right now. Underneath,
maybe a little more colorful than us.
There's a foul that would be called against the Governors. And Giblin will go back to the free throw line where he's 0 for 2 right now. Matt Hanson picks up his first foul. We'll leave it there. About as Giblin will shoot free throws. First free throw is missed. He's now 0 for 3. They probably got a little bit more background noise too.
They definitely do. But yeah, the three of those, Vic Becker, Hayden Schaefer, and Deegan Huska. Good luck to Hayden and Deegan as they go out to Rapid City for the state wrestling tournament this weekend. And, hopefully good luck to all of our boys and girls headed out there. Pretty cool that Canton would be the only other team, I think, that could potentially, in the state of South Dakota, be sending a full 14 boys in all weight classes and 10 girls in all weight classes. So, if you get a chance to get to Sioux Falls Thursday and Friday, if you can get away from school, get away from work, they have their the individual tournament that'll get wrapped up Friday night, and then Saturday the boys will be going for a dual championship, hopefully to repeat what we did last year.
And if you cannot, you can keep it here on KCCR, as I'll have updates for Class A and Class B. We'll talk Pierre, Sully Buttes, and Stanley County wrestlers throughout the weekend. Myself and Spencer Kelly will be helping out as well, just like last year, as we'll have those Class A and Class B updates throughout the entire, and the girls wrestling updates as well, because there is technically no Class A or Class B for girls wrestling. It is just strictly girls wrestling, but we'll have the updates throughout the weekend.
Coach Lewis corrected me. I think I said Rapid City. It's Sioux Falls.
Yes.
It is Sioux Falls.
Sioux Falls.
Thank you, Coach Lewis, for tuning in and correcting me.
Wait, hey, we got to have. It looks like Deegan's the stat guy because he doesn't have a mic headset on, so we have to have our stat guy too.
He's got that nice bow tie though.
They are much better dressed than what we are up here. I 100%. There's no doubt about it that they are better dressed than we are. Edmond will throw it over left side for Jack Merquan. Now Christian Bush to the right side for Hanson. Probably doesn't take much to be better dressed than us. Left side for Merquan again. Pass underneath. That one will miss, and another turnover by the Governors. Their 17th turnover of the ball game now. 5:18 left to go here in the fourth quarter. 52-40. The Governors down by 12. 25 on the shot clock. As it is Riley with it. On the right side here underneath. A pass with the shot from Wilde. Had to change his shot, trying to avoid the contact. Missed the shot. And Hanson got the rebound. 4:55 to go here in the fourth quarter. Christian Bush, top of the key for Edmond. Throws it right side. Merquan will catch in rhythm. His shot's missed, though, and the rebound's grabbed by Wilde. And the Governors right now just can't buy their way under 10 points. 4:38 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Pass underneath. Catch is made. Foul before the shots on Edmond. Or are they going to call it on Merkwan? They will.
Merkwan with grabbing that off arm as Year went to corral that pass.
That's his third foul, 16 foul. Christian Bush will check out as Jet Zabel is back in. And a baseline inbound upcoming here for the Cavaliers. Fresh 35. Year will catch. Wide open for three in the corner. Missed the shot, though, and a weak side rebound for Hansen. Pass up ahead for Keenels. He'll hesitate, drive all the way in. Off the glass, missed the shot. Rebounds tipped and grabbed by Wilde. And Wilde up ahead for Giblin. And Giblin with the right-handed layup. Knocks it down, and Bo Giblin now with 3 points, and the lead's up to 14, 54-40. 4:10 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Jack Merkwan on the left side. Throws it back out for Zabel. Take a couple of dribbles. Now he'll turn, and a timeout taken by Kusler. With 3:59 left to go here in the fourth quarter. 54-40, Governors down by 14. We'll take a 30-second break. Come back with the last 3:59 of this fourth quarter. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back here, 3:59 left to go here in the fourth quarter, 54-40. Governors, as they trail it right now to the Jefferson Cavaliers. Coming to the timeouts, 19 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Here down by 14 in the last 4 minutes, Nathan. What do the Governors need to do here? Obviously, the obvious answer is score 14 more points than Jefferson, but what do they need to do to make that happen?
You know, defensively, we got to find Wilde. He's doing a really good job. You know, I think him and Jack were both two of the top receivers in the state of South Dakota as far as yards went. Wilde, he's so fast out there. We're kind of trailing him, and that's where he's getting those layups inside and shooting a lot of free throws. And then offensively, we just got to take care of the ball. And, you know, we were doing a really good job earlier in the half and earlier in this quarter about moving the ball, you know, having good off-ball movement. And it's like, you know, we think we need a lot of threes to get back into this with not a lot of time, so offensively getting a little more stagnant, not looking to attack the hoop as much and trying to free things up on the perimeter more so than attacking the basket.
Edmond will catch underneath. He is fouled by Riley. The Governors nearly turned the ball over at the timeout. The pass was tipped to win the backcourt, and with about 10 seconds to go on the shot clock, Keenels was fouled in the backcourt, so they got a fresh 35. Now they have another fresh 35 with 3:44 left to go. Brecken Kruger has got to find somebody to inbound it to. He throws it in for Keenels. Ashley goes down a little too easy, and Keenels will get an easy bucket as he now has 8, and it's 54-42. Governors weren't back defensively, though, and Wilde will get another layup the other way. He's now got 17 in the ball game, and it's 56-42. Edmond underneath. Keenels will catch, rolls it off the glass and in. Friendly touch there for Lincoln Keenels. And it's now 56-44. 3:15 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Every time the Governors score right now, it's always being answered the other way by the Cavaliers. Here is Riley, drives into the left post, but he'll throw it back out for Wilde, and now Ashley will catch near midcourt. He's got to try and get separation from Keenels. He barely does to stop the 5 count. Now Wilde goes around the screen. He is fouled.
No, we're going to have an offensive foul.
So Wilde's going to get called for an offensive foul. That's a big one. That's his third, but also just for the fact that the Governors now can try and find a way to score, get the lead to 10, if not 9, with a made bucket. And maybe things start to look a little bit different here in the last 2:50 of this ball game. Jet Zabel racing down the floor, throws it for Edmond. He'll go up and around, and Jackson Edmond now 9 points in his return to the lineup. And the lead is now trimmed to 10, 56-46. Giblin throws it Wilde in the corner for Year for 3. He is fouled on the 3 by Cade Kaiser.
Cade and Jackson both closing out, kind of bumping into each other, and Cade definitely getting a piece of is that Year? Yeah, of Year's shooting hand and sending him to the line for 3.
So 2:37 to go here in the fourth quarter, and Year's got 3 free throws. First free throw attempts of the ball game. He misses the first one. He's got 14 in the ball game for Caden Year. 17 is the game high for Griffin Wilde. And that's now 6. Well, actually, be 7, make it 8 as Wilde's 1 for 2 right now. Be 8 for 13 in the ball game for the Jefferson Cavaliers. The third free throw is missed, and the rebound's grabbed by Zabel. So he goes 1 for 3 in that trip, does Year. Zabel over for Hansen. He'll drive in. Good handoff for Edmond. Thought about dunking it, but he took the sure basket. And the lead is now down to 9, 57-48 with 2:20 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Doing a really good job offensively. Just here a few times in this quarter, not getting back and matching up as well as defensively as we need to and giving them some easy baskets.
Wilde throws it underneath for Riley. The ball taken away by Hansen. There's a steal for the Governors. Keenels goes the length of the floor, lays it off the glass. It's good, and the lead's now down to 7. 57-50. Governors full court press here with 1:50 to go.
You got the crowd kind of coming into it. Timeout, Jefferson.
And now the crowd, who has been mostly out of this ball game, is as loud as they've been here tonight, and the Governors are starting to feel a little bit more energy. However, with 1:53 left to go, time is of the essence. There is not a whole lot of time left to go to make this run, but there is still time left. A 7-point game, that's a 3-possession game. Knocked out a couple of threes or 1 3 and then 2 2s, and you've got the ball game time. Now you might have to work a little bit quicker, and I'll let you take care of that. You're the color commentator tonight.
Yeah, offensively they're doing a good job of moving the ball around and still getting a shot up, in that first half of the shot clock. Doing a really good job of better off-ball movement by the Governors. And that's kind of what's let Jackson come on strong here in this fourth quarter with 11 points now. But early on, we were so stagnant offensively that Jefferson's help side defenders were able to stay in the middle of the lane because our off-ball guys across the floor weren't moving around, weren't making those help defenders move around. And now they're doing a really good job of all 5 guys are moving on the floor with or without the ball. We just got to make sure that, as well as our press is looking right now, at the back side of it, we got to match up and not give up any easy baskets.
1:53 left to go here in the fourth quarter.
Coach Steele's going to love that trips formation there. He'll have to go back on the film, and maybe we'll have to use that next fall.
So they do beat the press, does Jefferson. Here is Giblin as he'll try and go to work on Matt Hansen. He'll get around Hansen. Giblin throws it over the top of the key for Year, a 3, and it's buried. And Caden Year might have just hit the dagger. And it's now a 60-50 ball game. From a 7-point deficit to a 10-point deficit. Not insurmountable, but now it starts to feel like it. As Edmond will catch on the right side. He'll start to drive. He'll spin, move around, kicks it over for Hansen. He'll catch. Left high post jumper is knocked down by Matt Hansen. He's now got 9, and the lead's down to 8, and the Governors are looking for a steal off the inbound pass. Ashley's cut up in another double team. Ball was knocked away. It's still caught, and then thrown off the leg of Keenels. 31 to go on the shot clock. 1:07 left here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's a pretty tough trap to get out of. Keenholtz and Edmond over there with their length. Doing a really good job of not letting Ashley try to split that like he was trying to do.
Inbound pass for Ashley again. Lobs it high. Year barely got a hand on it to keep it away from Kaiser. So now the Governors, are they going to try and foul? They will foul. Lincoln Keenholtz will foul his first of the game. That's the 8th team foul. So now Year's at the free throw line, who's 1 for 3 so far. And with 59.4 left to go here in the fourth quarter, it will most likely be free throws here the rest of the way, and the Governors have to go down and make shots now. With 8-point deficit with 59.4, it's got to be shots made here by the Governors. Free throw from Year is good. Kruger and Merquan will come in as Kaiser and Zabel will come out. Maybe a little offense for defense right now, but also you got Merquan and Kruger who can be deadly from beyond the arc, along with Hansen and Keenel, so 4 or 5 guys can knock down threes. And the second free throw from Year is also good, and the timeout will be taken here by Coach Reck and the lead's back to 10. And I say for the 5 guys, Edmonds, while he's made a 3, you want Edmond there for the offensive rebound underneath, but I like the strategy there because at this point, not that a 3 is always necessary, but it becomes near apparent that you need 3s the rest of the way.
Yeah, especially if Jefferson's going to do a good job of knocking down free throws. You know, you always hope when you get into those situations that you have to hope for missed free throws, but if they're not going to miss, if you're not trading 2s for 2 at the other end, you know, those fouls don't do you any good. So definitely, yeah, I think you're going to see that strategy. And we might even see those guys stay on the floor just in case you don't have a chance to get that offensive or defensive sub or that perimeter shooting for post-play sub going down the last 59 seconds here.
Merquan's got 3 fouls. He's the only one in foul trouble right now. Mayer and Kaiser each with 2. So everybody else on the floor besides Merquan has 1 or no fouls at all. As Krieger will catch the inbound pass. He'll take it up across midcourt. He'll look to the right side. Now he'll throw the pass tipped and then swatted by Riley, taken by Wilde, and Wilde throws it up ahead for a year. Now it's underneath for Giblin, and the bucket is good for Bo Giblin. And now it's a 12-point lead with 35 seconds left to go. Hansen starts to drive in. Shots rejected, rebounded by Edmond. The putback is good for Jackson Edmond. The Governors are going to continue to try and steal the inbound pass. As it's behind in the backcourt, Ashley nearly traveled, but he's able to throw it across. And now with Giblin there, and the Governors, I think, are just going to let the clock run out as they're going to fall by 10 here tonight. 64-54 on senior night. The Governors, they will fall to 9-10. The Cavaliers, 11-8 now in the season. 64-54. Governors fall to the Jefferson Cavaliers. Back in 3 minutes with the post-game show. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Hey DQ fans, when was the last time you ordered our crispy classic chicken strips or our juicy rotisserie style? The new year. Oreo Mocha Fudge Blizzard Treat. It's got chunks of Oreo cookie goodness, fudge pieces, and just the right amount of mocha, all blended into DQ's world-famous soft serve. Looks like your morning coffee just got a whole lot tastier. Grab the Oreo Mocha Fudge Blizzard Treat today, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. You'll find a great selection of quality new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep vehicles, plus a great selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take good care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and body shop, along with a friendly financing team that'll do their best to get you into your next new or pre-owned vehicle with financing that fits your budget. Wagner Auto is your local family-owned full-service dealership in Pierre. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
As we welcome you back here and into the post-game show, the Pierre Governors, they fall here tonight 64 to 54 to the Jefferson Cavaliers. John Winkler alongside Nathan Nas as the Governors. Well, Nathan just didn't have the energy in the first half of the game. Started to make a run at it in the second half, but down the stretch, just too much to overcome.
Yeah, I think Coach Kusler and the other coaches are not gonna dwell on this one, as they got a tough game coming up on Saturday against Roosevelt. But you can look at this one and say, hey, if we play the whole game the way we played the fourth quarter, we probably come out on top. If we don't come out on top, it's at least a dogfight, and it's a little bit closer. I know it ended at 10 points, but it really didn't feel that close throughout the game. Jefferson was in control the whole way after we got those first 2 points and never really looked back. So there's things to build off of, but for sure you're not gonna dwell on this one with the tough Roosevelt coming up on Saturday, because that's one that, again, you don't label a game a must-win, but you got to go in. You're always going to play for the win, but you got to at least put together a complete game. Going into the Sodak 16, you don't want to come out of that Roosevelt game saying, well, we played well for a quarter. You want to come out saying we played well for 4 quarters, win or lose. That gives you a lot of confidence going forward into that Sodak 16 game against whoever it may be.
The Governors were led tonight by Jackson Edmond, who was held scoreless in the first half, had 5 after 3 quarters, and then scored 8 in the fourth quarter. He had 13 points, the team high. Lincoln Keenels was held off the scoreboard in the third quarter, and he ended up finished with 12 as he had 6 in the fourth, as those two were in double figures. And we had 9 points for Matt Hansen, 6 for Jack Merkwan, 7 for Christian Bush, and then it was 3 points for Brecken Kruger and a bucket apiece for Jet Zabel and Ben Heisler to round out the 54 points. The Governors shot well for the free throw line. They shot 80%, 4 of 5, but 4 of 5 isn't enough in a high school basketball game.
Yeah, especially, that Matt Hansen was 4 for 4, and then Jackson missed the back end of that and one. 5 free throws and that's kind of going to be the tail of the tape. 5 free throws. I lost track of the rebounds there in the second half, but definitely getting outboarded. I know, you gave me an extra duty, and I did it for half the game.
There you go. Next time you got it for a full game.
Yeah, so doing those things are going to be big going down the line. Big things to build off of, because those are big things that you don't have to spend a lot of time fixing X's and O's or fixing what's the word I'm looking for? Fixing your strategy. It's just those are kind of effort things, going to the hoop, not being afraid of contact, and our guys aren't afraid of contact, but playing through that contact in the post, and again, that'll help with those rebounds as well as being more physical.
The Governors had 17 turnovers in total. I had them just for 1 in the fourth quarter, so they held on the ball a lot better in that fourth quarter, but had 5 in the first, 5 in the second, another 6 in the third, and finished with 17 on the night. You look at the Jefferson Cavaliers, they had 3 guys in double figures, led by Caden Year, who had a buzzer beater from half court to give the Cavaliers a 16-point lead at halftime, 39-23. He finished with 19 points, had just 2. He had 5 after the first quarter, had just 2 points in the third quarter, but still finished with 19 in the ballgame to lead the Cavaliers, as Griffin Wilde had a strong second half, had a good first half, strong second half, 17 points for him, then 13 points for Taylor Ashley. Those 3 were in double figures. Then 5 points for Bo Giblin, who had them all in the fourth quarter. A bucket for David Jones, 4 points for Mason Riley, and 3 for Carson Black, as that rounded out the Jefferson Cavaliers. 10 of 16 from the free throw line. They finished with 11 turnovers in the ball game, as they had 2 in that fourth quarter. So you look 17-11 in terms of turnovers. The Cavaliers made 6 or 5 more free throws than the Governors took, 6 more free throws in total, and there's kind of your ball game right there in terms of the stats-wise, and I know Coach Kusler and the rest of the coaching staff will probably say some of the stats that didn't show up, or some of the energy is why those stats are the way that they were.
Yeah, and I don't want to say that we didn't play with good effort, because I think night in and night out the effort's always there. But yeah, that energy that you talked about, they came out ready to roll, guns a-blazing, because they understood that if we were to knock them off tonight, and then they got a really good Aberdeen team on Friday, that you drop 4 in a row going into the Sodak 16. With their record, they might not be hosting anymore. They're trying to host a game just like we are for the boys and the girls. So yeah, they understand that if they would have dropped this one tonight with a really good Aberdeen team on Friday, there's a chance that they're on a 4-game skid going into the Sodak 16, now on the road, for guaranteed on the road and not a chance to play at home. So yeah, they came out, played really well, and we just couldn't get it done tonight.
If you want to check on the
once our game got over, I got the girls' game pulled up. Remington Price buried a 3 with about 40 seconds to go. We're inbounding with 7 seconds, and I'm not sure who it is for us, got fouled. So with 6.7 seconds left now, ever since Remy buried that 3, that in real time that might have been about 10 minutes ago with the way this last 40 seconds has been going.
What we got for the score?
41-40. Governors are leading. Inbound here. Price gets fouled. I give you a play-by-play for this. I'm not sure if we're into the bonus. No, we're not in the bonus. So we're going to keep. We've been inbounding it on the, I'm not sure what side of the floor, but have just been progressively moving up the sideline here. So the girls looking to keep things rolling and get a win here in the next 5.1 seconds.
If they can get that win, adds to it, and they will host Roosevelt on Saturday, which isn't necessarily a gimme game, but it is with a 1-17 Roosevelt right now, or 1-17 Roosevelt right now. They are again, it's not a guaranteed win, but it's one where you absolutely need it to get to pick up that win to finish off the season. Governor girls win, or are you still?
No, so Jefferson must have been playing some really fundamentally sound defense, because there's been 4 fouls. And we went from 7.6 to 4.4.
And now the Governors are shooting free throws? Or not yet?
It looks like Ryan Barry gets fouled with either 2 seconds or 2.6, 2.8. Not as good a feed as what you have here on today's KCCR Sports. But we are at the foul line finally.
So the Governor girls trying to finish away with the win. Before we wrap up here, we'll make sure that we know for sure if the Governors won or lost. If they go to overtime, we'll unfortunately not sit around for overtime. But Governor boys now at 9-10 will go take on the Roosevelt Rough Riders, who are coming in tonight 17-0 as their season will end on Saturday. The regular season will end on Saturday. Then they'll determine who they're going to face in the Sodak 16, which will be the following Saturday. And we'll have coverage on KCCR for those games. Whatever time it might be on Saturday. Friday is a little bit more probably going to be 7 o'clock. Potentially could be 6 o'clock on that Friday for the girls, but it all depends on how things go. And, of course, we'll also have coverage of state girls and boys hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports going into those weekends as well. So our next broadcast will actually be on hockey this coming Saturday. The White Capitals and the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers. Coverage will start at 5:10 on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Again, the Governor boys fall 64-54. We're going to try and hang around here until we get to see. I'm sure they've probably taken a timeout.
We just came out of a Jefferson timeout with Barry going to the line.
And the
knocks down the first half of the 1-1.
So 62-60?
42-40.
42-40. I had the 2 and the 0 right.
Yeah, you had the spread correct.
Right. But
there's been, in the last 40 seconds of game time, there's been 4 fouls committed. 5 fouls because Jefferson got an offensive foul called as Barry drains the second free throw with just over 2 seconds left here. Jefferson looking to inbound it deep. They do get it inbounded. Half-court heave. Comes up short. The Governors do get the win at Sioux Falls Jefferson.
43-40. The Governor girls, another win as their impressive run. And we kind of talked about a little bit that after the Aberdeen Central loss for the Pierre Governors, it was at the time looked like was really devastating and might have been a kind of a knife in the season for the Governor girls. But really, right now, that has turned out to be the best thing that's happened to the Governors this year. And any time you can take a positive out of a loss, that might be the biggest positive to take out of a loss is that Aberdeen Central loss earlier this year, and they've routed off. Their only loss has been to Bismarck. So they've beaten everybody in state.
We're sitting at 6-1 in the last 7 games with that one loss being to Bismarck. So really, girls really playing well, and a really big, as far as at this point in the season, and seed points win for the girls of Sioux Falls Jefferson. It's not factored in yet what tonight's games will do, but they're sitting at that 6 seed right now, and our girls are sitting down at that 10 seed. So really a big win for the girls as far as those seed points go too. So it'll be interesting to see how those play out.
And Jefferson now, I believe, is at 9-10.
Correct.
But their last game is against Aberdeen Central, so if they win, the Governors will gain more seed points with that win for Jefferson. So you're kind of rooting for them to pick up a win to pick up a couple more seed points as they get to 500. That'll wrap it up for us here from Riggs High School. The Governors, they're going to fall here. The boys fall 64-54. We just heard that the Governor girls, they picked up a win 43-40 over the over the Jefferson Cavaliers. So, again, next broadcast for Pierre basketball will be in the Sodak 16. The next broadcast for us here on Riverfront Broadcasting will be on Saturday as the Capital City Rock will have the Y Capitals and the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers. Thanks to Spencer Kelly back at the station, Nathan Nas, John Winkler here as the Governor boys. They fall in their final home game. They fall by 10, 64-54, as we say goodnight from Riggs High School.
You've been listening to Pierre Basketball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Governor Basketball is brought to you in part by Dairy Queen, Todd's Electric, Shane's Pharmacy, Avera St. Mary's, and Bank West. And by Billion Auto, Edward Jones Financial, Gales Gas, Birding Electric, Gateway Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, and Midwest Co-op. And by Fisher Round, First Dakota National Bank, Lamb Motor, All Around Graphics, and Faith Lutheran Church. And by Missouri River Dentistry, Owyhee Federal Credit Union, Papa Murphy's, Kruger Contracting, and Wagner Auto. Join us all season on your home for Governor Sports, KCCR, KCCRradio.com, and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports, Central South Dakota Sports.